This video is for people who are actually trying. You feel me? You've been consistent, but you're not seeing no results. That can really mess with y'all head. You feel me? So on this board, I'm gonna explain to y'all what's really happening, man. What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Cam, back with another banger video. You feel me? Back with another motivational video. If y'all don't know who I am, my name is Cam. I'm from Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I do public interview, vlog, and motivational videos like this one right here. You know what I mean? So if you click this video, I highly appreciate you, man. Turn that bell on so you can get every notification when your boy drop. You feel me? So let's get straight into it. So right here, let's see. I'm kind of lock in on this drawing in this video. You know, because I watch my videos back and I'll be like, maybe I should actually lock in on what I'm drawing on here. But you feel me? And then on this side, I'm gonna write. See, this is why I don't be trying to lock in too hard on here. So wait. Then this side, we're gonna put day 30. Right? And then I'm gonna draw a line like these, connecting them. Oh my gosh. So, yeah. That's why I don't be trying to lock in too crazy on the board. But, boom. So right here we got a box. Above that box, we got day 1. On the other side, y'all see another box that says day 30. You feel me? So I'm about to explain what's happening, y'all. Y'all stay tuned and y'all stay to the end of the video because this is going to be a really good video. You feel me? Boom. Most people think consistency means repeating the same action, right? But repetition without improvement is just effort, right? So with your efforts, it has to be some sort of change. It has to be some sort of figuring out what works, right? So let me explain to y'all what real consistency is, right? So let me label consistency up here for y'all so y'all can actually see it. Y'all seen, man, I locked in on this and now it fell. Consistency. Right? That's in the middle. That's in the middle. Right? Real consistency includes adjustment, you guys. If you're not making no adjustments when you're just throwing in your efforts, then it's just effort. You know, you got to actually pinpoint what works out for you, right? Learning what works, fixing what doesn't, refining your approach. All these things are very important. You understand me? Like, dang, the top of my drawing board kind of broke off, but that's cool, you know? So I'm also going to explain why results feel slow. Let's talk about why results feel slow, right? I'm going to underline this just like that, right? Progress is usually invisible in the beginning, right? You're building skill. That's because you're building skill, not applause. You want to be, when people say you're working on your craft, all this is in the box of working on your craft. When you're working on your craft, you're being consistent, but not only you're being consistent, you are analyzing, okay, how does this do good? How did this do better than this one? So for example, like if you do music, if you're a rapper, you know what I'm saying? How did this song do better than this song? Why did this song have more streams than this song had more streams? You get it? And you go and you're listening to both of these tracks and you're saying, well, okay, you know, so it helps you for the next song that you make. All right. I just wanted to give you an example. Cool. So the momentum is going to come later. Okay. So the momentum is going to come later. You're building momentum with your, you know, consistency or whatnot. But I'm saying momentum so far is the momentum that everybody wants to see, like 1K plus view videos, right? Or 1K plus streams, right? Cool. So a common trap. I always give y'all a common trap. So let me tell y'all, well, let me write out what's a common trap, right? Quit Quitting. Quitting. Let's cross that out. Because we don't want to do none of that. We don't want to quit. You know what I mean? But that's what people end up doing when they don't see these results, when they don't see what they want to see so far as what they're working towards, or, you know, whatever the case may be, right? This is a common trap, quitting. You don't never want to be a quitter. Who wants to be a quitter? Quitting don't feel right. Anytime you quit something, it could be the smallest quit. Like if you play a game, you know what I'm saying, and you're in the middle of a game and you ended up quitting because something unfortunate happens in the game, it throws you off, whatever, you still kind of feel a little sideways about it. Like, I just quit. Like, you know what I mean? Nobody likes to be a quitter, right? Most people quit right before clarity shows. You know what I mean? Right before clarity shows up, this is when people quit. You know, and this is like 75% of people. Okay? Okay? I really want y'all to understand this. Okay? So you're going to have to make a shift in your thinking. You know what I mean? So let me write this. Let me write this for y'all. All right. Consistency isn't alone. It isn't good just like alone. You know, consistency isn't good enough just alone. That's what I meant to say, right? Consistency plus learning, though, is smart. That's the route you want to take, right? That's why I put consistent plus smart, because if you combine these two, then it'll create what you need. It'll create that outcome that you need. You know what I mean? To figure out what actually works for you, so it will be figured out, right? So, boom. When you put these two together, then you're doing the right thing. You don't want to just be doing one thing. You know what I mean? You don't want to just be being consistent, because that is just effort, right? So don't just be putting in simple effort. You know what I mean? From day one, consistency is in the middle from day 1 to day 30. But we want y'all to be consistent from day 1 to day 30. You know what I mean? But all through this journey, we want y'all to be putting these two together. That way, every video is different. Every track is different. Or every video is different. You could be doing a podcast. Like, everything is going to have a better outcome. Everything is going to be better off after you put these two together. Now, if you're just being consistent and just throwing simple effort out on, you know, from day 1 to day 30, then you can't really be upset if your results don't really pop like you say or how you want them to, right? Cool. So ask yourself, though, in a week, what can I improve next time? So through all this time, you know what I'm saying, all through these 30 days, do that while you're on these focused hours. You know what I'm saying? While you're listening to these focused hours or holding on to these focused hours, and you're actually locked in, and you're like, you got to be thinking about these things too. Okay, so how can I make this next thing better? How can I make the next one better? Or how can I switch it up? That way I can see what gets more views or more streams, like I said, right? This comment trap right here, you don't want to quit. Please don't quit. You know what I mean? Because I talk about this in a lot of my videos. This is mainly a lot of common traps that people fall in when it comes to life in general, when it comes to people working towards their craft. Like I told y'all before, you know, I built momentum before and I dropped it just solely off of not really understanding that, you know, this takes a scale. Well, certain things need a scale, right? So cool. Mix these two, and I promise, man, you'll be way, way, way better off, right? Right? If you're showing up, though, if you're showing up You're not behind. You are not behind. You're building. So make sure you keep on building. We want y'all still building. Just because don't stress out when you're trying to figure out what you can do different to make this, work out or feel comfortable or whatever. Like I said, you don't have to do these things perfectly. Do all of these things imperfectly, but still in your mind have the drive to make it better, make it different, switch it up, especially if you're in view jail or you're in stream jail or it's just not looking how you would want it to look or growing how you would want it to grow, right? Or maybe you simply got to just put in extra effort, right? So cool. I want y'all to stay consistent because that's why these are the main things right here that from day 1 to day 30, you see that consistency is here. You have to keep that consistency there, right? But it only works out if you mix consistency with being smart and thinking to yourself, how can I make this better? How are we going to do it this time? How can I switch this? That way I can get an extra view, So keep that in mind. I wanted to motivate y'all into this board, to look at this board, and don't fall into this common trap right here. This trap right here is a common trap. You know what I mean? Please don't fall into that. Because I don't want to put quit on the board and just have it crossed out so I want to get it. But this is definitely a common trap. Never forget to not do that. You know what I mean? Look up and research, info on like how other people, make these certain things work, like in your niche or in your lane, whatever you do. You know what I mean? They probably could help you out. You know what I'm saying? All the time, bro, I watch other people to get like a view on, okay, like, so how does this person do this? Maybe I can pick something up off them and kind of do it in my own way. You know what I mean? That is how life works sometimes anyway. You are your own person, so you're different from the next, right? But you can also take a lot of inspiration from, whoever you kind of look up to in that way and just figure out, okay, how does it work for them and make it work for you, right? Make sure y'all stay in consistency. Make sure y'all staying consistent. You know what I mean? Because if you forget about being consistent, you're not going to be able to put consistent and your thinking together to wonder how you're going to make the next tape better or the next whatever you're doing better, right? So the goal is to make better, be better, stay consistent, but also figure out what you can fix or what you can help, So that is the point of this video, man. And I hope y'all are understanding, exactly, right? Stay consistent, stay aware, though. You know what I'm saying? Because the results are coming. The results will come. You know what I mean? Once you lock in and once you continue to stay consistent and you figuring out, okay, I just dropped the vid. Okay, how am I make this next one better? What can I do to make this next one better? It can be the most simple actions. You know what I mean? It could be the most simple things to help it. In the beginning of your track, it could be like you know how like in the beginning of a song, like it starts and then, it take a minute for the beat to drop, right? So you might make a song that you don't say nothing in that beginning, but then now you say, okay, how can I make this next song better? And now you're saying things in the very beginning of the song until the beat drops and then your verse comes. You get what I mean? I just wanted to give y'all examples so y'all can understand. So consistency without improvement feels like failure. It's gonna feel like failure, you feel me? But it's not, right? Take heed to this board. Stay consistent, y'all. You know what I mean? From day 1 to day 30, this is just 1 month, right? If you can do this for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months, imagine how your results will look, honestly. And you genuinely put your all into it, and you genuinely planned out in your fixated hours and these quiet hours, you did that, and you planned it down and executed it, man, your results are gonna be fire, man. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna set your future up to be overly bright. You know what I mean? It's gonna be super bright. You know what I mean? So it's all about mixing these up and not putting in just effort. You know what I mean? That's another thing that I wanted to teach out in this video, that effort, sometimes it needs a little more. You can't just put in effort and expect, the world. You feel me? So you got to be actually brainstorming on how you can make anything better, how you can make what you do better. You know what I mean? You want people to like it, right? Because you like it. You know what I mean? You want a community around it. So at the end of the day, how can you make it to where you like it, but you're making it better, and then other people likes it as well? And that's how other people are going to like it as well. You know what I mean? So even when you get to the results, you need, that you want, man, you have to keep on being consistent. How many months is there where it's day 1 to day 30? All of them. You know what I mean? It's okay to take breaks, but at the same time, man, do this like clockwork and watch, you know what I mean, your future be jumping. You know what I mean? Watch your results be jumping. I swear. You know what I mean? So this is very important for y'all from day one. From day one, start from day one and say, okay, in the next video for day 2, how we gonna do this? How we gonna make this better? Okay, I'm gonna do this for that one. And then once you're done with that, move on to the next. You know what I mean? And be like, okay, cool, I'm gonna do this time. I'm gonna switch this around, or I'm gonna say this. Or you know what I'm saying? It's gonna sound like that, or I'm gonna do this. It's all on you. But I'm just giving y'all, the message. This common trap is not what you want to fall into, because quitting, that's only going to push you farther back. That's only going to push you farther back, and it's going to also kill your momentum. You don't never want to kill your momentum, because the momentum that you build, you have to really build off that. You really have to stay solid on that, because how would your people who want to come see you, or want to listen to you, or want to see you, how would they feel? You know what I mean? Because if you are not continuing on that momentum, then it's all going to fall. It's all going to drop. You know what I mean? So from day 1 to day 30, it should be, you should go through, well, like after day 30 and you back on your next day 1, you know what I mean? Go back to this whole day 1 through 30. It could be March, just say a month, you know what I mean? But go back to that month and go over it. Like, watch how you started from the beginning of that month, and watch how you ended off in that month, and ask yourself honestly, like, did I get better? Like, did I get better? You know what I mean? Did I get better with what I was doing? Was I trying? Was I actually putting in extra effort? Was I mixing in this consistency and my hard, smart thinking, you know what I mean, to make a better choice or a different choice, to make a video pop out a little different or stand out a little different? Ask yourself that. You know what I mean? Please. So at the end of the day, man, I hope y'all understood the message. This is a very good video. You know what I'm saying? I hope you subscribed if you're a new viewer, man. And I really hope that y'all understood this, and I hope y'all gonna understand the next one. I hope y'all pop out to the next video. You know what I mean? Because this was a good video, the next one's gonna be a good one. My last video was a great video, so y'all go check out that. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy Kim, and I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video, man. We gone.